What's really good? It's Heroine, aka the Hero, aka the Young God, and welcome to Heroine's Lair. On this channel, I touch on both alternative and spiritual content. So if that's something you think you might be interested in, consider sticking around, consider subscribing and becoming a young God. In today's video, as the title says, we will be talking about the importance of journaling. Well, the reason why I think it's important and why you should consider doing it. So, to show you guys how much I journal, okay, how many journals is this? 10 journals, and this isn't even all the journals that I've owned. I've lost a lot of journals along the way of just moving around so much and misplacing things, you know, in storage and all those things like that. But I think the oldest journal I have here is this one, and this journal dates back to 2014. I started this journal September 10th, 2014, okay? Guys, that is 7 years ago. Do you know how powerful it is to be able to look back on like your thought process and who you were 7 years ago, and to like be able to see how much you've grown since then? But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Roll the clip. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I made a little list of notes so that I can stay on topic. So basically, I'm just going to be talking about some ways that journaling has helped me personally. So the number one thing that journaling has helped me with is mental clarity. Me being I'm such an overthinker. My mind is always racing 1,000 miles a minute. As soon as I wake up, I'm bombarded with all of these different types of thoughts, and it's just so relaxing to be able to just put those thoughts out on paper. It's such a healthy release, because it's so much better than just holding all of these thoughts and emotions. And a lot of times your journal will help you to identify how a lot of the thoughts that you have don't even always belong to you. A lot of the times we're picking up energies from society, from social media, from all the different people that we're around. We have thoughts based on our upbringing, based on what the people we look up to told us, what our friends told us, the perceptions other people have of us. So journaling can help you identify what thoughts actually belong to you and whether those thoughts are healthy or not. And sometimes it's just good to be able to truly observe the way that you think. A lot of times we go throughout our day and we're not really conscious of how our thoughts affect the way that we feel, affect the way that we interact with others, and affect our perception on the world. So yeah, mental clarity is an important thing. Number 2, so journaling has definitely helped me to have healthy dialogue and uncomfortable conversations with myself, which can also be known as another form of shadow work. Shadow work is basically when you are taking the time to be honest with yourself about your toxic behaviors, about any traumatic experiences you've had, and how that affects you in today's day and age, and what steps you want to take to become a better version of yourself and heal those things. Like, journaling has definitely helped me to be that blunt friend that everybody wants, you know. It's very hard to be honest with yourself about when you can be the toxic person, because a lot of times we like to place the blame on everyone else. But like, no, sometimes it's you. And journaling can definitely help you to identify a lot of those things. 3, Journaling has helped me to be way more consistent with prayer and affirmation. There's many different ways to pray, but one of my favorite ways to pray are words of gratitude and speaking words of power over my day, giving thanks for the things that I already have, and speaking new things into existence. This is definitely something that I do on a very regular basis, and especially on days where I'm feeling down and I'm not feeling my best. Those prayers and affirmations can be a great reminder to yourself, and it can just uplift your spirit. So I definitely think journaling for, I feel like journaling has definitely made my relationship with God stronger. I'm definitely not religious or anything like that. I'm not a Christian, but I do talk to God very often. And I see myself as a version of God. So talking to yourself is talking to God. I also have a prayer journal. So hold on, let me show you. So this is my prayer journal. It's so cute. You can put everything in one journal. I just like to be extra. I'm very extra. So excuse me. So I have a journal for specific prayers. I'm not going to show you my prayers, but I will show you one thing that I do. When I find tweets that really resonate with me, I print them out and I put them in my journal. So here's one page, and as you can see, I did little doodles like to, make it all aesthetically pleasing and whatnot. This prayer says, I give thanks to the unseen forces protecting me against unforeseen disasters. And I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Ayime Aura. I'll put it right here. But I love her Twitter. She just tweets a lot of things that resonate with my spirit, and when I see her tweet, I feel very uplifted. I'm also gonna purchase her book eventually, because she came out with a book, I think, that's basically compiled of a lot of her tweets that are like reminders, prayers, and affirmations. So yeah, in this book I post my prayers, I do mantras, I cut out clippings of things that inspire me, and this is just a powerful way for me to make sure I'm constantly talking to God and staying in touch with myself. Lastly, journaling has definitely helped me. It's helped me to recognize repeating cycles in my life. Being in the city is so ghetto. Anyway, one thing that I like to do is that every new month that I enter, I go and look at where I was exactly a year ago from that time. So for example, it's December 2021. I would go back to my journal in December 2020 and see where I was at that time, and you will notice that a lot of the same things reoccur in your life at the same time. A lot of themes constantly repeat themselves annually. It's your job to decide if you're going to continue the negative cycles in your life, if you're going to constantly let those same people come back into your life knowing that it's going to end the same way, if you're going to constantly engage in the same behavior knowing that it's not good for you, if you're going to constantly engage in the same ways of thinking knowing that it makes you feel bad, knowing that it doesn't propel you forward in any type of positive way. Being able to look back in your journal will keep you from repeating a lot of the same things. It will keep you from going through the same karmic cycle over and over and over and over and over again. It will definitely help you to be more conscious of your actions. So I'm definitely so thankful that I started journaling. I always kept a journal ever since I was a little girl. I started off writing, doodling and writing fairy tale stories, and that turned into poetry, and that turned into me writing music. And writing has definitely been something that's very healing for me. And I want you guys to know that if you're not a writer, you don't have, your journals don't have to be filled with words. There are people that fill their journals with pictures. You can draw, you can color, you can cut out things, you can collect the flower that you saw outside. So I'm looking back on this video, and I also forgot to say you can also do an audio diary or video diaries too. So it doesn't have to be writing. You can do audio diaries in your voice memos, which I do a lot on the days that I don't feel like writing, and you can do video diaries. It's just important to talk to yourself. You are all that you have. So start talking to yourself in a healthy way. It's an exercise that helps you to be in the present moment. That's really what journaling is about. It helps you to be present. It helps you to be more self-aware. And any exercise that can help you to stay in the present moment in today's day and age with all of these distractions, I think that is worth trying. So if this video inspired you in any way, definitely give me a like, leave me a comment, consider subscribing and becoming part of the Young God gang. And until next time, be a young God, create your own world today, gang.